Hello guys, this is Frank from In the Footsteps of World War II History. Just now showing you on video is a Blutorden made out of wood, period correct. Very nice and neat and pretty heavy. Okay, this was recovered in München around 2017. Okay, München. And the person who dropped it off didn't want to be identified back in 2017. All I know is it was recovered in a beer hall basement and turned into a military collector of sorts. I was able to identify where this actually came from. What beer hall, what Bierhaus, Keller it came from. Okay? So through a lot of research over the years, it was very hard to identify the plausible location of the beer hall. Okay, and I believe I've done it. Over the years, things slowly appeared on the web about a beer hall renovation. Okay, and the renovation is done and complete, and is completely overhauled into a restaurant-style beer hall, now called Haxnbaurer, and the original location is Sterneckerbräu, and that should be an interesting name if you're historically inclined. That is the location for the DAP, Deutsche Arbeitspartei, and a fellow by the name of Adolf Hitler who joined that organization. That was their meeting spot and their area of operations. Sterneckerbräu was a very important thing for the movement, and it was later turned into a museum, and that's all it was a museum for the NSDAP over the years. And as a matter of fact, during the marches, during the annual march of the Putsch, they would stop in front of the Sterneckerbräu and have a moment of silence and then continue on their march. That's how important that location was. Now, like I said, this item was recovered approximately around 2017 in the basement of a unknown location at the time. But like I said, over the years, was able to discover that there was a beer hall that was being renovated into a restaurant beer hall kind of a thing. Slightly different than what it was originally. And I believe that's the Haxnbauer. Okay? Just in case you don't see what it's looking like, that's the name of the restaurant now. And of course, this is the wooden item. And here's the actual description of the item when it was first originally sold. Talking about where it was located and that nobody wanted to be identified. Okay. It's in the newspapers and in the on the internet also, of course. This is the new owner, and that's the new location right there. And it talks about the restaurant being opened up. Okay. And here's some more details of the move. Talks about The owner talks about the relocation date. It was opened in 2024 officially. Okay. And here, of course, is some of the owners. I think there's a couple of them. And of course, this is in the basement, ironically. And that's the location. And then here they are after it was opened. Okay, I'm going to go do a close-up of the items here again. Okay, and it was hung up. Now, I am told that there was a possibility of a second item because everybody knows the Blutorden has two sides, and this is one side. So there might be another one of these out there, but with the opposite end of the metal. Right? Now, this is, like I say, hand carved out of heavy wood. Pretty neat. All right. If you want to, you can put some questions in on the bottom and enjoy.